Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning back into my channel. Today I just wanted to share a few tips with you on how to maintain a consistent yoga practice, because sometimes it can be really challenging, when life gets in the way, you get busy, it can be really hard to be consistent. So I just wanted to share a few tips with you. I think the number one thing is to know that you're not perfect. If you miss a day, or if you miss 2 days, or even a few months, that's okay. Just come back to your practice, come back to the mat, make sure you make time for yourself, So don't beat yourself up, when your asanas don't look a certain way, if you're trying to work on a certain posture, and if it's not looking a certain way, that's okay. That's why we practice, to get better. So just know that you're not perfect. Learn to flow. Sometimes, I'll plan like a whole 60-minute Ashtanga practice, and I get on the mat and I'm just not feeling it. So sometimes I'll do a few stretches. I'll do something totally different. So just learn to flow. Don't beat yourself up if you didn't do something that you plan to do. And then sometimes when you're not feeling it and you say, okay, I'm gonna just do 10-15 minutes on the mat, and then you start practicing and you feel a little more energized. So just learn to just come back to the mat and just flow with however you're feeling. If you want to do a more intense practice, then do that, or if you want to go for a more mellow practice, then do that. Just learn to flow. And another thing I was going to suggest is to learn to be selfish. And what I mean by that is to make sure you take that time for yourself. Schedule it. You can write it down. Okay, I'm going to practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or whatever days you pick at this time. Make it priority and really come to the mat and practice, and don't have any expectations of yourself. Just don't judge yourself. Just come to the mat. Be consistent, and I think that's helpful also. And another thing I was going to suggest is to maybe find a local studio in your area. I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people feel uncomfortable practicing in a yoga studio because it can be intimidating for some people, or uncomfortable. And I just want to say most yoga studios and the yoga teachers and the other fellow yogis, they're very welcoming and loving, most yogis that you come into contact with. So don't feel like you're going to be judged, or not saying that some people don't do that, but just remember to stay in your practice, and then to not worry about what people think of you, and to not think about oh, she can do this posture and I can, or don't compare yourself to other people. Just do your own practice, stay in your own zone, do your thing, and take what you can out of learning from a studio. And if you don't like practicing in a group, maybe book private lessons. And if that's not in the budget, you can always practice online. There's so many free videos online on YouTube. There's an app called the Kodi app. You can get lots of yoga videos on there, workout videos. There's so many other resources that you can use to practice at home. Like if you don't want to go to a yoga studio or practice with someone else, you can always use YouTube, or you can buy workouts online, yoga videos online. So there's so many options. And another tip I was going to suggest is to have your own little yoga space. I have about 3 in my home. This is one of my favorite spots to practice in, because I try to practice in the morning, and usually this is downstairs and my kids are upstairs. So I like to come down here where it's quiet and I won't wake them up. I like to see the sun coming in the morning from the windows. I like this wall right here, because if I want to practice my inversions or headstands, I have the wall to support me. So I like this little spot. There's a spot upstairs in my bedroom, and I have crystals in my room, and I have a diffuser where I'll have my oils going. So just make your space just a really, really cozy space. Whatever helps calm you. Maybe you want to play soft music, or maybe you want to put pillows around that area, or just make it your space. Whatever helps you to feel relaxed and calm, and make it your little space. So that can be a project that you can work on to help you to be more dedicated to your practice. So just making your own yoga practice space at home. Another thing I would like to suggest is to find your inspiration. You know, find other yoga teachers or yoga practitioners that really inspire you. Like, I love Keena McGregor. I love her so much. She's an international Ashtanga yoga teacher, and I subscribe to her YouTube channels. I practice with her videos. I love her Instagram page. Her postures are just so beautiful, and the things that she says, they always inspire me. So just finding your inspiration. Maybe it's books. Like, I subscribe to the Yoga Journal magazine. Lots of information in there. There's tons of sites, doyouyoga.com, yogajournal.com. You can look up just different techniques and ways to practice different postures and meditation and breathing, and there's just so much. Books, I have tons of books from when I was taking my yoga teacher training. I have tons of books that I'll go in and read through those every now and then. So just finding your inspiration. I follow Yoga Rachel. I love her yoga practice, and I think she's a great teacher. So just finding whatever inspires you to help keep your your yoga practice consistent. But the main thing is to just stay just remember that it's your yoga practice. It doesn't have to look like anything. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Just find out what that is for you and flow. If you don't want to practice one day, maybe just breathe. Maybe just do some breathing exercises. Or if you don't feel like doing a full intense 60-minute practice, maybe just do 15 minutes. Or if you just want to do 15 minutes, sometimes your body will surprise you and you'll end up doing an hour and a half. It's just learning to flow and not to beat yourself up, and making sure to take that time for your practice. So thanks so much for listening, and I hope you stay inspired to keep practicing and staying consistent with your yoga practice. And I want to thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.